Season 3 of Picard will start off with Beverly Crusher sending a distress signal to Jean-Luc Picard and beginning what will ultimately be the reunion of the entire original cast of TNG and the former crew of the Enterprise D. We know even Denise Crosby is slated to reprise her role as Tasha Yar, and of course the possibility of Wil Wheaton popping up once again is high. Hi, and welcome back to Katie's Corner in Space and another installment of The Void. And we're talking Picard exclusively this time after the Television Critics Association panels. There is so much excitement over this incredible season of Picard, consistently called the last season while hinting repeatedly of a continuing story afterwards. Whether that comes from an extension and a surprise fourth or more seasons of Picard this series, or if by the result of a spin-off or just more appearances by Patrick Stewart, is unclear. One thing is sure, the third season of Picard will be like nothing we've seen before from this cast. What is said to be a final adventure and a send-off of our TNG crew started off as an idea that could be a final movie, but because of opportunity is now a 10-episode adventure. Our own Dr. Crusher, Gates McFadden, said that the material she was given for this series is the best stuff her characters ever had on a Star Trek show. And as her story is the jumping point for the season, that bodes well for the story to come. There are so many questions to be answered when it comes to the lives of our TNG cast and what became of them. While we know Geordi is married with 2 daughters, it remains unclear what kind of relationship he has with his former captain or who became Mrs. LaForge. Am I the only one who really hopes it's not Leah Brahms? And I love some well-placed fan service, but man, I do hope the writers had a better imagination than that. Then there's Worf, who we know has made a commitment to pacifism.
Know that I now prefer pacifism to combat. We're all gonna die.
But have no idea what led to that. Patrick Stewart calls Worf's transition one of the most delightful things this season. And while of course Picard is going to head up a mission to save Beverly, there are many questions about their current relationship. Stewart revealed this at the TCA as well. Picard felt abandoned by Crusher. She just disappeared out of his life. Stewart continued, he adored her, and that was never resolved. And unless Laris shows up, and I for one hope she does, there could be some old romantic issues to resolve between the former captain and his chief of medical. The TCA was a great opportunity to gather up many tidbits as the stars and creators would allow. And of course, Metalis and Kurtzman would only say so much. However, only Trekkies can appreciate the sentimentality and the dedication to honor the ultimate vision and mission of Star Trek. We were faced with a really unique opportunity to do one last story telling a Picard story, a very personal story, stated Metalis. How better to end that journey than to look back at the beginning and bring his friends and family from Star Trek The Next Generation. In the case of this season, it's a really exciting time in the Star Trek universe for long-term fans of The Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, Voyager. So many storylines that were set up that we are thrilled to explore here, added Metalis. Alex Kurtzman explained the essential nature of what Star Trek is, about Roddenberry's vision of optimism. It doesn't mean you can't go into dark places, it just means that optimism is the core tenet of Star Trek. As for the cast, Gates McFadden had this to add to the vision of what Star Trek can be and the meaning behind the tone of this third season of Picard. Besides the optimism, especially in Season 3, but throughout all of Star Trek, is the collaboration. That people can disagree with what to do, but somehow or other, they collaborated. Throughout Star Trek, from the original series to Prodigy, one of the messages has always been the power of a diverse group bringing their strengths together and finding a way not only to work together, but to solve problems, make the world, nay, the universe, a better place. Oh, and they usually do it while entertaining the hell out of us, so if you'd like to hear more about what to expect in Season 3 of Picard or what's going on in the Trek universe, check out this video here, and I will see you there.